It's 3 toothpastes in 1 to protect your whole mouth. Triple Protection Aqua Fresh. It's the whole mouth paste.
The turkey says, Spam, spam, spam. Try Spam oven roasted turkey. Made with 100% white lean turkey.
If you suffer from breathing problems and have Medicare, your respiratory medications may be covered. Call Liberty to find out more. 1-800-567-6017.
AOL is very easy, very simple to use.
I love hearing,
"You've got mail."
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
She had left me with a whole bunch of drunk men, and I was all by myself to go hang out with her boyfriend.
That was a bunch of crap. She was jealous because of me and my boyfriend and because I wouldn't spend any more money on her.
She said I owed her money because I borrowed like $300 for my daughter, but my mother's been taking care of my daughter for the last 3 years, so.
I think that she's sorry because she needs to get out and take care of her own responsibilities.
Use prayer as much as possible.
4 million Americans have Alzheimer's disease. For family members and caretakers, it's a long and difficult road.
And I'm Kimberly Beery. November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Tonight, one man talks of his struggle and the loss of his wife.
This complicates things a bit.
And Harry Potter mania is sweeping the country, but some critics say the Whiz Kid may be detrimental to your kids. We'll explain.
Plus, made in the Mountain State, some interesting hunting history.
Eyewitness News 8 is next.
Once there was a girl who had trouble reading. She just couldn't figure out all the words. She used to pretend to be invisible. That way the teacher would never call on her.
At Sylvan Learning Center, we guarantee your child's reading skills will improve 1 full grade level in just 5 months.
Her story has a happy ending. I like happy endings.
For more information, contact the center nearest you in Charleston or Huntington.
Then I had that taste.
The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King.
Now I'm a believer.
With grilled sourdough bread.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
A quarter pound of flame broiled beef.
I'm in love. Ooh.
2 slices of melted Swiss cheese. 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King. Shrek, the biggest movie of the year. Now available wherever videos are sold.
Watched by more people in West Virginia than any other local newscast. Eyewitness News 8 at 6 starts now.
It's a long, hard row.
A devastating disease robbed him of his wife. Tonight, West Virginians come together to fight back against Alzheimer's disease. And good evening, everyone. I'm Deborah Lenz.
Hello, I'm Bill Robertson. Welcome to Eyewitness News 8. Right now, anyone's invited to light a candle for Alzheimer's victims at vigils all across the state this evening. Kimberly Berry is standing by at one such vigil at the State Capitol Complex this evening. Kimberly?
Bill, these participants are remembering those who have already passed and those who are suffering from Alzheimer's. They pray for a cure, but for one Charleston man, the prayers come too late. He lost the love of his life.
Right there.
Bill and Alice Endres married in 1937. They've had 2 children and now 6 grandchildren. Bill and Alice shared their story with us on July of 2000 at Alice's nursing home.
The torturous path is Alzheimer's.
8 months later, the torture is over.
Her hair was all white, and she never did a thing about it. Kept it just the way God wanted it to be.
Alice died at the age of 90.
You know, I still feel as if she's here. I can't feel she's gone.
Every afternoon for nearly 6 years, Bill would visit Alice at the Arthur B. Hodges Center and hold her hand to help her through her illness. But what helped him, he said, is prayer.
I think the only thing that gives you satisfaction and comfort is prayer. And I think that's also what does the greatest good for the patient.
Bill says it's a long, hard road for both the patient and their families.
Expect that it's going to go on a long time, and exercise the powers of patience as much as possible.
Bill says in the end, Alice did not recognize her own children, and she did not communicate, or she did not recognize her grandchildren, but he believes that he did recognize her. He said there was just something in her eyes that told him that. Bill.
Oh, Kimberly, a touching story, no question about it. Where can families go for support?
Well, for instance, tonight in just a few minutes, they are going to start the candlelight vigil here on the Capitol steps, right in front of the Canal Boulevard. But there are also support groups nationwide, and you can go ahead and call the Alzheimer's support groups at 1-800-272-3900 or log on to our website at WCHSTV.com.
All right, let's hope anybody who might need some help will take advantage of those phone numbers. Kimberly Beery at the vigil this evening. Thank you.
4 million Americans suffer from Alzheimer's disease, making it the 4th leading cause of death in the nation. Right now, about 40,000 West Virginians are fighting the disease. The Alzheimer's Association says the lack of specialized services in West Virginia is a problem. Where specific services for the disease are offered, they are often in private pay settings, and many families in the Mountain State can't afford it. Well, an experimental Alzheimer's vaccine is currently being tested. It's called AN1792. The Alzheimer's vaccine works by stimulating the immune system to create antibodies. Those antibodies hone in on the tangles of protein in the brain called plaque that may play a role in killing brain cells. The antibodies flag the plaque for destruction by the brain's own immune cells. Well, helped by a burning ban, West Virginia firefighters may be gaining the upper hand on widespread forest fires tonight.
That's true, but there's still active forest fires reported in Mingo, Logan, Nicholas, and Webster counties right now. The state's faced nearly 650 brush fires since July 1st. Nearly 65,000 acres of woodlands have burned in West Virginia. One of the latest fires is this one in Logan County near the small town of Lake. National Guard firefighters had to cut extensive fire lines to isolate the blaze to a ridge top. No question, fire danger is still considered extreme. Changing location, smoke from fires burning in eastern Kentucky shrouded Williamson, West Virginia today. 18 blazes are reported around Pike County. Visibility hit 0 at one point along US 23. Smoke posed a threat to people with breathing problems like asthma or severe allergies.
Yes, the smoke affects not only the older people who have breathing problems, such as my mother who suffers from emphysema, who's on oxygen 24 hours a day, my father who has black lung and has difficulty breathing, but it also affects my son who's 11 years old and suffers from asthma.
Several schools in southern Pike County closed because of the smoke. Most of the recent fires are blamed on arson. Now, we know we have rain in the extended forecast, but right now we still are bone dry and brittle.
That's right, and Tony's going to let us know if we have any rain that's going to be help putting out some of these fires.
In the short term, no, but in the long range, yes. But what will help us tomorrow is a weakening front. Winds will go west. That means the smoke and haze will be confined well down south. Let's show you the fire forecast for tomorrow. Today, again, we had the haze, we had the smoke, but there is a dying cold front off to the north and west of town. That will temporarily switch our winds out of the west tomorrow. That'll put the kibosh on the smoke and the haze in town that we saw today and push that down farther to the south. And for hunters, again, we're keeping an eye on you guys because smoke and haze can affect visibilities. We want to keep you guys safe. Remember, blaze orange. Daybreak temperatures running 35 to 40, afternoon highs right around 70. We'll talk about the rain and the Leonids straight ahead.
All right, Tony, thank you.
The U.S. vows to seek out and bring Osama bin Laden to justice.
New intelligence says some Taliban fighters are surrounded by tribesmen who are trying to force them to hand over bin Laden. Taliban Supreme Leader Mullah Muhammad Omar says the Taliban pullback is part of a larger strategy to destroy America. Pentagon officials say U.S. airstrikes this week have killed some senior Taliban and al-Qaeda leaders. Al-Qaeda members fleeing Kabul reportedly left behind documents on how to make a nuclear device. Well, for the second time in 3 days, AT&T employees in Charleston had to evacuate their building due to a foul smell.
Yeah, she needs to stay outside.
Today, repair crews opened a holding tank, causing sewer fumes to fill the entire building. Pregnant women and workers with high blood pressure were most affected by the pungent odor.
It came up through the drain in the water fountain like 2 days ago, old black stuff, and it came out on the floor.
People are having burning throats and burning eyes, burning noses. I guess all the passages are burning.
Employees have been told to stay out of the basement where the fumes have not been aired out yet. All other workers went back to work. Earlier this week, the building's sewer drains backed up, also forcing an evacuation.
Yeager Airport and some area residents squared off today at Coonskin Park. A public workshop today informed those interested about some proposed expansions at Yeager. Those expansions would require building on some of the land at Coonskin. There is some opposition to the Yeager extension.
No one is against airport safety, and no one's for doing irreparable harm to the park. There are differences of opinions on what's the best post-use and the best method to address the safety issues, because there's different alternatives, and that's what this is all about.
All right, keep in mind the project requires FAA approval, and depending on the decision, actual work is at least 2 years away.
The barrier to beat now is the regional airport issue. Let's build that airport.
Well, if you don't build it, we will leave. That's the word from supporters of the regional airport. This television commercial featuring Homer Hickam hits the airwaves soon. Hickam says Hollywood filmed Rocket Boys in Tennessee because West Virginia lacked a large airport necessary for film crews. Area businesses and labor groups are footing the bill for the commercials, which will air on area television stations. We'll talk about the airport focuses on the future. If you want to know how West Virginia was settled, well, all you need to do is head to Wood County.
And you also need to go back in time. Our early ancestors used their tenacity and determination and downright grit to tame the mountains, but they also had another weapon. And this week's Traveling West Virginia Natalie Tennant takes a look at the history of the muzzle loader.
Hunting a deer is more than just getting the animal in sight and pulling the trigger, especially if your weapon of choice is a muzzle loader.
Muzzleloading is, in a way, a challenge because you have one shot and you have to concentrate on making that one shot good.
Fred Lambert knows that challenge all too well. He grew up around muzzle loaders and makes his livelihood selling and repairing them.
I suppose the more particular person to hunt with muzzleloaders are your traditionalists.
Hunters who prefer the flint or percussion lock know the challenge and rewards of hunting with a muzzleloader. It's a lot more involved than just putting a shell in the chamber.
Take a measured amount of black powder, pour it down a clean barrel of a gun. From that you put a cloth patch, and then you seat the round ball in the barrel and then push it down with a ramrod onto the powder. And really what you're doing is just building a shell. You can just picture the barrel as a shell.
The only difference with muzzle loading rifles is in the loading. It's a little bit more time consuming, but when it comes to hunting, it's just as accurate and just as deadly. The muzzle loader is one of the earliest guns, and back then the frontiersmen and women could load on the run.
They were skilled. They, like you said, they lived by the gun. They knew their gun, they knew its capabilities, and they knew their capabilities.
Mountain State Muzzle Loading Supplies is more than a business. With more than 15 West Virginia-made guns in a makeshift museum, Fred Lambert is able to pass along his love and the heritage of the muzzleloader. Natalie Tennant, Traveling West Virginia in Wood County.
And muzzleloading deer season opens on December 10th. Mountain State Muzzleloading Supplies is located in Williamstown and offers items for hunters and those who want to build their own gun. For more information, you can call 304-375-7842 or log on to our website at WCHSTV.com. One day till a young sorcerer hits the big screen.
Hang on, here comes Harry.
In a few moments, you will pass through these doors and join your classmates.
Coming up, not everybody wants you to roam the halls of Hogwarts.
And just about a week ago was the Aurora Borealis. This weekend, it's the Leonin Meteor Shower. Details on that straight ahead as we head to the break. Here's the info you need for the West Virginia Symphony Ball.
Live from the state capitol with Bill Robertson, Deborah Lynn, meteorologist Tony Manalfi, and Mark Martin Sports. You're watching Eyewitness News 8 at 6.
Is that the new Taco Bell chicken quesadilla?
Yeah.
Ah, the hot new handheld. Nice. But does it come with any games? Oh, yeah.
Now get a new chicken quesadilla with 3 melted cheeses or a medium or large drink and get a scratch till you win game piece. You can instantly win an Xbox along with 4 hot new games rated every one to teen or one of millions of other prizes. To get your hands on the hot new Xbox, you gotta think outside the box.
There are places that I know where people they can go to play their favorite game. Let's call it out by name. It's America's game, the one and only Powerball. Oh yeah, you better believe Powerball is West Virginia's game. It's America's game, the one and only Powerball.
These are the people who are up earlier than anyone else, who work harder, who work longer, who take the biggest risks, and who are the ultimate embodiment of the American dream. They're the people who create and build small businesses, and they'll always be big business at our bank. BB&T, you can tell we want your business.
Oh, great! You solved the problem of how to make everyone happy for dinner. And right now, a piping hot, fresh Domino's pizza is making its way straight to your door. And what? You didn't call? Never mind. Call Domino's now for your fresh hot pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's.
Call Domino's now and get 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $13.99. That's right, 2 large one-topping pizzas for just $13.99. Call Domino's now.
Now, Eyewitness News 8 Storm Team weather.
Tonight we take it down south, Williamson, West Virginia, where we have smoke and haze down there. Visibilities at one time down to less than 1 mile visibility. Happy to report visibilities are improving down that way. That is certainly some good news. And hopefully by early next week, with a little bit of rain in the forecast, it'll all be done and over with. Let's take a look at some of the numbers outside for you. Generally holding in the 50s and the 60s all across the tri-state region. We take a quick look now at the satellite imagery for you. Big ridge of high pressure is still in place across our area and will be right through the upcoming weekend. And with the new moon, there's something very special going on this weekend. We're calling it the Lean-In Meteor Shower. It's a typical November event every year, but this year, extra special. Again, the comet, Temple Tuttle, will be cruising east, will be in its vapor dust, so to speak. The best time to view this meteor shower will be at 5 a.m. Sunday morning, and if astronomers are correct, some of the totals, the viewing 1 to 2,000 shooting stars per hour all across the United States. So again, if you've got the time, check it out. An unbelievable event, and this will not be happening until the year 2099, at least of this magnitude. So it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. High pressure still in place. We do have a cold front across the Great Lakes at this hour. Not a lot of moisture with it, but it'll be enough to switch our winds around to a westerly component come tomorrow afternoon, which means we'll keep the fire threat and the smoke just confined down south. Big time severe weather and rain. Austin, Texas. We'll show you what's been going on. Flash flooding down there. Savannah, Georgia, up towards Myrtle Beach. Here too, heavy rain late this afternoon. While in town, again, we are quiet on the mountain home front. The weekly weather planner still looks the same. Big ridge of high pressure in place right through the upcoming weekend. Daily highs running in the mid-60s. No relief in sight until early next week, and we'll show you that here on the 5-day coming up in just a couple of seconds. Short-term forecast for tonight now. Overnight, low temperatures falling back into the lower 40s with a couple of brush fires going on well down south and west of town. For tomorrow afternoon, again, more of a west wind, which means that the fires and the smoke pretty much confined across the West Virginia-Kentucky border. Afternoon high temperatures running between 65 and 70. For tomorrow night, a light northeast wind. Overnight lows right around the 40-degree mark. And the 5-day forecast still holding put, still holding on to the rain. And believe it or not, by the time Tuesday rolls around, it will be cold enough for some rain and some snow showers, guys. So big changes.
I might have to set my alarm for that shower, though.
5 a.m. It's going to be an awesome display.
Yeah, sounds great. Okay, thanks, Tony.
Here's a question for you. Are you a Gryffindor or a Slytherin?
Please, Bill. Muggles don't know anything about that.
Good afternoon, class. Welcome to your first flag lesson.
Coming up, it's full speed ahead on the Hogwarts Express, but not everybody is buying a ticket. Why it's wicked, straight ahead.
Recently at this quiet, unassuming little Pizza Hut, an interesting pizza discovery took place. Whoa! We've created the new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas from Pizza Hut. Our Lovers Pizzas now with cheese once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 kinds of luscious cheese, and 6 kinds of seriously satisfying meat toppings, or 5 garden veggies, or 2 layers of zesty pepperoni. And you'll discover it's not $12.99, it's only $8.99. $8.99. The new Ultimate Lovers Pizzas, only from Pizza Hut.
What's the point of saving just a little when you can save big during the big one at Kohl's? Come in this Saturday only from 6 a.m. to midnight to celebrate Kohl's biggest one-day sale of the season. The big one is back, and it's bigger than ever. Save 20 to 60% on thousands of items store-wide. Plus, get early bird specials from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. only. Big brands, big styles, and big savings. It's the big one at Kohl's. This Saturday only from 6 a.m. to midnight. Kohl's, that's more like it.
For news updated every hour, join us online at WCHSTV.com. Internet services provided by Intelos.
This holiday season, leave the turkey to us. Mattress Warehouse is giving away plump, delicious turkeys just in time for your holiday meal. At Mattress Warehouse, select from the region's largest selection of Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, and Stearns & Foster mattress sets. And with your qualified purchase, you'll receive a free holiday turkey. Plus, take 0% financing with no interest charges. Celebrate the holidays and leave the turkey to Mattress Warehouse. The largest selection at the guaranteed lowest price. Only at Mattress Warehouse.
Eyewitness News 8 Healthy for Life is brought to you by Bowl Medical.
For over 30 years, Bowl Medical has been providing professional services and equipment to assist people with medical problems. Everything we do is geared toward helping you achieve and maintain good health and live a more independent lifestyle. After the doctor, Bowl is your next step in overcoming the challenges you or your loved one may be facing. And now, all of our services and staff of over 60 professionals are in one central location. Bowl Medical! We've been right at home for over 30 years.
The Eyewitness News 8 Dow Jones Report, brought to you by Prudential Securities, member SIPC.
Looming like a box office juggernaut.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone opens nationwide tomorrow. But in his continuing series, Kenny Bass explains not everyone is wild about Harry.
That was bloody brilliant.
Oh, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley.
No matter how impressive the tricks are in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, some people object to the message of magic and witchcraft surrounding the young hero. The American Library Association says the Harry Potter series was last year's most challenged book, with people complaining about the occult, Satanism, and anti-family themes.
Most of the more conservative churches, I believe, you would find are opposed to the message that Harry Potter would send, and our church definitely is in that camp.
Reed Clark is the associate pastor at Perot Presbyterian Church. He says young children may get the wrong message by reading about or watching the wizard's adventures. And Clark says while Harry Potter may appear harmless, the overall theme of the series is nothing to take lightly.
I believe, because of the teaching of Scripture, that we're talking about power that clearly exists. The picture portrayed in the Bible is not of a fictional devil with horns and a forked tail and a pitchfork, but of a very real enemy who does have power. Not the same power as God, but power. And he's portrayed as an angel of light. He's appealing, and he's deceptive.
It's fantasy. I mean, the book's not going to hurt anybody, and kids can't do the kind of stuff he can. So they just have to think it's all a fantasy and it's nothing real.
They're always getting on your kids most of the time, like, you're not reading enough, read some more, don't stop playing Nintendo or PlayStation. And then they're getting mad at them because they're reading.
Harry Potter's opponents say it's not the reading, but the subject matter that's creating the problems. In Charleston, Kenny Bass, Eyewitness News 8.
Well, Harry Potter officially opens tomorrow, but there's a special midnight showing tonight at Marquee Cinemas at Southridge. On Fox 11 News at 10, Kenny and Libby Joe take review of the screen in our Screen Gem segment. Tomorrow night at 6, we'll get your opinions on the movie. Well, still up, the Herd heads west to face off with the Colonials.
Plus the road to Wheeling. This time Polka tries to put their dot on the Clay County Panthers. Mark Martin's next with sports.
In today's changed world, we rely on the skill and readiness of local firefighters and police.
Most of the liquid inside the containers leaked out.
But how prepared are they?
Pour up, blow up.
Tonight on Eyewitness News 8 at 11.
They're going to be at a deficit.
Reporter Kimberly Berry profiles our own terrorism training center and what rescue workers must endure in a changed world.
It's very helpful, yes.
Tonight on Eyewitness News 8 at 11.
This Friday and Saturday, Ames is having a huge two-day sale. Everything in the store is an extra 15% off, even if it's already on sale. Get 25 plus an extra 15% off all Trim-a-Tree, holiday gift wrap, and holiday crafts. 30 plus an extra 15% off family sweaters and outerwear. 70 plus an extra 15% off all fine jewelry. 40 plus an extra 15% off all ladies and children's boots. But hurry, this incredible sale is Friday and Saturday only at Ames.
Remember waking up to the smell of sausage and biscuits? No, you woke up to the smell of your brother's cheap cologne. So you'll appreciate Hardee's new Hillshire Farm smoked sausage biscuit. The great taste of Hillshire Farm's hardwood smoked sausage on our made-from-scratch biscuit. Hardee's, the way food ought to be.
Sadly, lunch money doesn't fall out of the sky. But Hardee's 99-cent choice value menu at lunch is close. There's lots of choices, like our double cheeseburger or spicy chicken sandwich. Just 99 cents each, all day, every day, only at Hardee's. Now that'll make you smile.
Some people say you can't have clean water and air and still attract industry to our state. At the Affiliated Construction Trades Foundation, we know it's possible to do both, and we're proving it. Every day, union construction workers install and maintain pollution controls for responsible corporations throughout West Virginia. And every week, they bring home paychecks that help support our local communities. Responsible corporations know that clean industry is our future, and we salute their efforts.
Now, Eyewitness 8 Big Board Sports.
A pleasant Thursday evening to you, everyone. Great to have you along. The season lid lifter for the Marshall men's basketball campaign of 2001-2002 underway inside Rupp Arena. Greg White's crew presently in action against George Washington in the National Association of Basketball Coaches Classic. The winner of this game gets the Western Kentucky victor tomorrow night. Western and Kentucky playing tonight at 8 o'clock. Right now, the Thundering Herd and GW, it's just getting started. Marshall has a 14-8 lead. The WVU basketball program will have another Mountain State native in its program come next season. The school has announced that Kevin Pittsnoggle is in fact coming to Morgantown. The Martinsburg native is getting set to embark on his senior season for head coach Dave Rogers. The last Martinsburg product to play for the Mountaineers was point guard Marcellus Basie back in the late 80s and early 90s. Meanwhile, the Mountaineer baseball program has landed a standout from our area. Casey Bowling of Chapmanville is heading to Morgantown to continue his career following his senior season with the Tigers. Bowling has made Class AA All-State the past 2 years. The Mountaineer program is under the direction of Williamson native Greg Van Zandt. Well, in 1994, the Polka Dots defeated the Sissonville Indians for the AA State Football Championship up in Wheeling. It was the first year the Super 6 Championship event moved to Wheeling Island Stadium. Polka also played for a title there in '96, losing to East Bank. In 2001, on our road to Wheeling, the Dots are still alive in the postseason as we enter the second round of competition this weekend. The number 6 Dots face off with number 14 Clay County tomorrow night at Lately Field here in Charleston after knocking off Tulsa last Friday. Coach Bob Lemley likes playing on the artificial turf.
Yeah, it worked well, but it takes a while to adjust to the artificial turf, especially the running backs. They need to pick their feet up a little bit, or if they don't, they'll trip and fall over that little white line out there. But once we got our feet on the ground, I thought they did real well.
All right, game time tomorrow night is 7:30. While the West Virginia Conference season wrapped up last weekend, 2 of the league's 8 teams still have a game to play, and one of those clubs is West Virginia State. Coach Carl Lee's squad will meet NCAA Division I AA Charleston Southern this Saturday on the road. This game was postponed for the weekend following the terrorist attacks. State will be looking to go out a winner against a higher quality opponent. We'll have much more on this game, Bill, coming up tonight at 10 and 11. Also, WVU Tech plays App State this weekend, so those 2 clubs in action.
Just getting started, aren't you? Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
All right, hop on the bus, everyone. This time, our School Discovery Series finds some kids revved up on reading. That's when West Virginia's news station continues.
It's the biggest sale of the year at Lazarus. Now through Saturday with doorbusters, biggest specials, and a shopping pass, you can't afford to miss it.
Chili cheese strips, chili dogs, chili chowder, veggie chili, chili chimichangas, chili on a stick. No, thanks. Tofu chili, turkey chili.
Here's the real way to eat chili. Tim Hortons Hearty Chili in an oven-baked bread bowl with a medium coffee and donut just $4.49. Also available in chicken stew.
Hey, I ate the ball! I ate the ball! I'm never gonna eat you! Come on!
Are you ready to make a change? Why pay high bank fees? Try the credit union difference, where unbeatable loan and savings rates are offered to you. At Star USA Federal Credit Union, our products and services are available to everyone who lives or works in Kanawha, Putnam, Raleigh, Fayette, and Nicholas counties. We'll work with you to get the money you need for personal loans, a new car, or a home mortgage. Visit our website and try our online account access and unlimited bill payment service. Become a member today and discover the value of membership. Star USA, the community's credit union.
This year, Intellos has more ways to bring more people together for the holidays. Come in for the best value in wireless, unlimited calling for just $29 a month. With a wide variety of rate plans and handsets, it's easy to get the calling plan and phone you want.
Sorry, I have to take this.
It's good when people talk. Do it more with a great holiday package from Intellos.
More ways to bring more people together.
Discovering Our Schools with Tony Manalfi is brought to you by Garnet Career Center.
There's one more seat, so climb aboard the bus.
All right, Tony, where are we going to tonight?
Reading is knowledge, reading is power. Let's take you to Mason Elementary, where reading is king.
Feeling the need for speed, the Discovery bus headed to Mason Elementary, where Principal Gwenna Nichols has her students racing into reading. Teacher Lois Jones explains the goals.
We're trying to encourage and motivate our children to want to read, and we encourage the reading. Every year we come up with a different reading theme.
Fellow teacher Stacy Pissell describes how the program works.
Every month we have a race between the classes to see who can get the most points. Every book has a point assigned to it, and as the kids read, they take tests on the computer and they're assigned that many points.
So what are the students saying about the program?
I think it's a good program for kids around our age because it helps improve your reading.
I think this program is really great. I mean, NASCAR is like a real great topic to have since, you know, it's like this big thing for kids our age.
After a little reading, it was time for the camera.
From Mason Elementary, we're racing into reading. Vroom, vroom.
On the road, discovering our schools. I'm meteorologist Tony Manalfi.
All right, tomorrow is Friday. We'll recap tonight at 11, 2 umbrella winners and the lean-in media showers. One more time for those of you that are interested. Again, 5 a.m. Sunday morning, 1 to 2,000 shooting stars per hour. And that's a big show, guys.
That should be a sight.
Yep.
All right. That does it for all of us, everyone. We'll see you back here at 11.
Have a great evening.
This has been a presentation of Eyewitness News 8. Now, West Virginia's #1 rated local newscast.
It's fair.